All right, guys, today we're talking about something that I find extremely interesting, and that is peptides. Now, they're not exactly like a new supplement, but discussions have really ramped up in the last year or two. Now, just like the last video, I'm not going to go like super in depth on what they are, because like if you clicked on this video, you probably know what they are already. But basically, they're a short chain of amino acids, very short actually, that are designed to do a very specific thing inside the body. Actually, one peptide that you almost definitely know about is insulin, actually. There are, in fact, only two chains of amino acids that make insulin, basically. And insulin, like every other peptide, has this one specific purpose in the body, and that's basically all it does. Although bodybuilders have found other ways to use it, or I guess more specifically, stretching the one use it does have. And as of 3 days ago, I actually started taking peptides myself. Now, I know some people are going to ask, like, why would you take that as a natural, right? Like, wouldn't that call your natty status into question at least a little bit? Now, if I were taking, like, banned peptides, like injectable ones, such as, like, IGF-1, for example, then yeah, maybe I would be in that questionable territory. But no, I am not taking any of those yet. I'm actually taking a relatively new peptide called Peptistrong. Now, Peptistrong, for one thing, was actually discovered by AI, which is kind of interesting. But and like many supplements coming out today, Peptistrong was actually extracted out of fava bean. So like it's actually a multitude of different like ingredients put together, basically. And something I'm pulling from Price Plow here is that Peptistrong is technically a protein, but it's not like the same thing as like whey or casein or something like that, like that kind of protein. It's like they call it a signaling network, meaning like as most peptides do, it gives instructions to do a specific thing. In this case, it's very much designed to run recovery. There's one clinical study that I was reading, actually one of the few clinical studies that were actually done on this thing, that said that the average recovery time, like so that you know that you can do more sets, that you can recover from your workouts, things like that, was improved by around 144%, which is just insane. Another thing that Peptistrong fights against is lean muscle loss. This one, the one of one, Floyd Mayweather's brand one in particular, claims that it fights lean muscle loss by 54% better than milk protein. Which is like, that's a bold statement to claim. Oh, I missed this part. And reduces muscle atrophy inflammation by 60%. Serious science for serious strength. Now, the only reason why I even came across this to begin with was because it started selling in GNC, which means like it can't just be doing nothing, right? Now, something I just I tried doing research on this like just now live, and the only thing I can find like on their studies for these claims, because like again, it's written on the container, like these claims, the 54% for fighting lean muscle loss and the inflammation claim. It's not addressed anywhere on the website at all. As a matter of fact, check this out. All right, check it out. They only have one question answered for their peptide builder right here. Is it nut-free? Is it nut-free? That's not the question I have. Okay, at least here we can read the study. And it was conducted by these guys, not one of one. Randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled, you know, the good stuff. Done with exercise. Again, a very important part to this. Could you imagine if they did this without the exercise? All right, and it is designed to measure the effects of Peptistrong, protein hydroslate, something like that, derived from Physia faba, free-flowing powder, pale yellow color, blah, 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 blah. And the dose is 2.4 grams per day, which is actually the same dose as this stuff right here as well. Oh, and of course, done over 56 days. So like a notice, if there was going to be anything happening, it would be noticeable. All right, and boom, there we go. No results posted on clinicaltrials.gov. That's fantastic. And the last update was 2024. How about that? And there you go. That's at least one of the reasons why I want to take this in particular, is because there's not a lot of studies done on it. And two, it makes these claims that are just like, come on. Are they 144%? I did definitely read that. I'll post it on screen. But even then, 50% increase to like fighting lean muscle loss. That's a huge claim. I need to test that. I see it in store, and I just got to try it. And two, I just want something that's going to replace terkesterone for me. Like, I don't remember this because I wasn't really looking into it at the time, but like, I think it was like 2018, 2019, maybe even a little bit later. There was this massive hype around terkesterone being this like close to DECA level supplement. It was insane.
There's this thing that's now kind of going wild on the internet. I've never tried it, but it's called turkesterone.
Turkesterone?
Yeah, they call it Turk.
This plant compound is equivalent to DECA?
Essentially.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where do you get this stuff?
People buy it on the internet.
How do you spell it?
So, I don't think a day has gone by over the last few months that someone hasn't asked me about my opinion on turkesterone. Now, if you haven't heard of it yet, it's the spicy new supplement on the block, and there are a lot of people on the internet who are very excited about its potential as a muscle builder.
And even to this day, it's still like back and forth between like the is it banned, is it not by WADA? And not to mention there's some scarcity with it too. Like Greg Doucette's the only one that's allowed to sell it, with the authentic stuff. And for me at least, didn't fucking work. So I need something that's going to replace that. Now, the guy that really sold me on peptides in particular was Mitchell Hooper. He did this like incredible video about like the educational side of peptides, and like the fact that he's taking them as well and recommending them is like, I gotta at least try it, even if I'm only taking like the kiddie version, basically. It was discovered by AI after all. Now, the other main part of this specific peptide builder that I wanted to address is dileucine 185, otherwise I guess more commonly known as DL185. Like specifically, you're gonna find these in like the Muscle Tech version and the 1-of-1 peptide builder, both of them. And actually, it's kind of funny. It's just two leucine molecules bonded together. So it's just dileucine, 2-leucine, which I'm sure many of you know is like the one molecule basically building your muscle. That's doing the majority of that. And then like scientists saw that and they were like, wait, if 1-leucine good, 2-leucine is better. And they stuck them together, and then now it's fucking a legendary product in 2025. So not only is this a recovery peptide builder, it is a muscle, it's going to claim to be a muscle building peptide builder as well. And now it makes sense that they specifically bring up milk protein on the bottle here, because it's literally just, leucine is one of the main things in milk protein. This thing literally has double leucine. It's like that old video of like the double rainbow, triple rainbow meme. It's like that, but in supplement form.
Whoa, that's a full rainbow. All the way. Double rainbow. Oh my god.
But anyways, with that being said, just because it claims that it does these numbers and does these very special things, doesn't mean it does. I mean, clearly the one study that we went over, that was the top result, by the way, a .gov website. The studies just weren't posted. So I'm not claiming that I'm going to be like doing a clinical study on this. I don't have that kind of money or that kind of time, let alone I don't know enough people to even call it a study. But at the very least, I can tell you what I think about it. And I'm not going to wait 56 days to make another video about it. I'll probably update this every couple weeks. But my main way of tracking this is going to be writing down my wait times between sets, and also, tracking my sets and reps for every single workout. I may forget here and there to track my rest times, but like I'll even record some videos in between like those 2 weeks, just seeing how I am overall. The only supplement I'm taking right now, or I guess group of supplements I'm taking right now that isn't exactly measured in my case, is nootropics, because I drink these, like the G Fuel-esque powders that have like a shit ton of nootropics in them, B vitamins, C vitamins, etc. Like, I there's no way to track that because I take multiple scoops a day. Although this specific peptide builder doesn't necessarily claim that it's going to make me feel better, it's just going to help me recover faster. So that shouldn't impact anything specific. But yeah, I'm super excited for this. Again, I think I'm actually more like 4 or 5 days into this, but I've noticed at the moment right now, I'm going way harder than I normally do, specifically on my leg days. Like today in particular, I did hamstrings and then ab and adductors, and I couldn't help but notice like I don't normally soak my shirt during workouts, but recently I have been, and I don't have it on me, like, because it's my notes are on my phone, but which I'm recording on, but I'll throw it up there. My leg day went pretty well. I didn't do like a ton of sets, but man, I went hard. And by hard, I mean like I'm doing per machine that I hop on, I'm doing 2 sets and then a third drop set. And then I may come back or like do a different workout for that muscle. But anyways, I'm rambling at this point. Again, I'm gonna update this like every week or couple weeks. We'll see. But so far, I don't think it's a placebo that like I'm training significantly harder. It's not like I'm jumping my calories to a point where I have a lot more energy. I just, for some reason, I don't know what it could be, I'm training a lot harder these days. And specifically with the story that I posted today, I'm going to put it on screen right now. Like, man, I'm looking a little better in the leg department. But I'll for sure be back on this. Like, there's a good reason why I stopped turkesterone, and I'm hoping this is a good replacement. But other than that, talk to you guys later. You're looking kind of cute today.